Hello, my name is Christina Weed, and I am an attorney. Today I'm going to be talking about licensing of cannabis in 2018 in California. The Bureau of Cannabis Control is the lead agency in developing regulations for medical and adult use cannabis in California. BCC is responsible for licensing retailers, distributors, testing labs, and microbusinesses. BCC is currently accepting licensing applications. New users will be required to register an account on the Bureau's online self-service portal prior to applying for a license. The Manufactured Cannabis Safety Branch, a division of the California Department of Public Health, is responsible for regulating the manufacturers of cannabis-infused edibles for both medical and non-medical use. CDPH is currently accepting licensing applications. Interested parties can submit their temporary license application by email or mail to the Manufactured Cannabis Safety Branch with a copy of their local authorization. Manufactured Cannabis Licensing System, a division of the California Department of Food and Agriculture, is responsible for licensing cultivators of medicinal and adult use or recreational cannabis, and implementing a track and trace system to record the movement of cannabis through the distribution chain. CDTFA is currently accepting temporary licensing applications. Those interested in preparing for the application process are also encouraged to read through each licensing authority's proposed emergency regulations. Business and Professions Code Section 26050.1 allows the Bureau of Cannabis Control to issue temporary licenses. A temporary license is a conditional license that allows a business to engage in commercial cannabis activity for a period of 120 days. The Bureau can only issue a temporary license if the applicant has a valid license, permit, or other authorization issued by the local jurisdiction. The Bureau intends to start issuing temporary licenses January 1st, 2018. No temporary license will be effective prior to January 1st, 2018. For businesses, if you sell cannabis or cannabis products, you must register with the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration, or CDTFA. For a seller's permit, cannabis cultivators, processors, manufacturers, retailers, microbusinesses, and distributors making sales are required to obtain and maintain a seller's permit as a prerequisite for applying for a license with the California Department of Food and Agriculture, the California Department of Consumer Affairs, or the California Department of Public Health. Distributors of cannabis and cannabis products must also register with the CDTFA for a cannabis tax permit to report and pay the 2 new cannabis taxes to the CDTFA. The cannabis tax permit is in addition to your seller's permit. Beginning in January of 2018, 2 new cannabis taxes are in effect. A 15% excise tax is imposed upon purchasers of cannabis and cannabis products. Retailers are required to collect the excise tax from the purchaser and pay it to the cannabis distributor. A tax on the cultivation of cannabis that enters the commercial market is imposed upon cultivators. Cultivators are required to pay the cultivation tax to either a distributor or a manufacturer depending on the nature of the transaction. The cultivation tax rates are as follows: $9.25 per dry weight ounce of cannabis flowers, and $2.75 per dry weight ounce of cannabis leaves. Additional categories and rates may be specified at a later date. All cannabis businesses making sales are required to do the following: register online with the CDTFA for a seller's permit. File sales and use tax returns electronically and pay any sales and use tax to the CDTFA. Even if none of your sales are subject to sales tax, you are still required to file a return and report your activities on your return to the CDTFA. In addition, if you are a cannabis distributor, the following requirements will also apply to you. Prior to January 1st of 2018, you must register online with the CDTFA for a cannabis tax permit. Registration will be available starting in November of 2017. Also beginning January 1st of 2018, you must collect the excise tax from retailers you supply. Beginning January 1st, 2018, you must collect the cultivation tax from cultivators or manufacturers that send or transfer cannabis and cannabis products to you. You must file both your cannabis tax and sales and use tax returns electronically and pay any tax amounts due to the CDTFA. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the law offices of Christina Weed to schedule an appointment. Please remember that cannabis, including medical cannabis, is still illegal under federal law. This video only covers California laws going into effect in 2018.